Hello, my friend, and welcome to episode number 133. And we are talking about the series of podcast episodes I'm doing where I am trying to lose weight again after having lost around 22 kilos in 2019. So I had gained I'd reached 50 kilos, 52 kilos, and then I slowly creep up around 54, 55, but this time it was like 57. I think 3 years back I had reached 58 and I always come back in 54, 55 range. But this time I started getting some period disturbances because of the perimenopause that I'm having. And it could be just PCOS triggering. So I decided on 1st May 2021 to lose some weight, around 7 kilos. So my weight at that time was 57 kilos. My goal weight this time is 50 kilos because I think that's the perfect BMI and the body fat composition, which is going to regulate my hormones. And my today's weight is 53.6. Last Wednesday it was 53.9. This is just 300 grams of weight loss in a week's time. And I have some thoughts about it and I'm going to talk about it. But today we're going to lay out this call in three, four main points. Like anytime you're doing an evaluation of towards your goal, you need to look into three strategic questions that you need to ask yourself. And those three questions are what worked, what didn't work, and what I'll do differently next time. Right. So, I mean, I got 300 grams of weight loss, right? So something is working. It's still working. I am like almost, you would say, halfway down, literally, right? Isn't it literally? 7 kilos means 3.5, 3.5, right? So I'm literally halfway down. And I had given myself 8 months to lose 7 kilos. Like I started in May. So May, or did I start in April? May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December. 8 months, yeah. So I started in May. This is why we keep data because our brain can't be trusted, especially when we are high on sugar. All right. So I gave myself like 8 months, and it's been May and June. I'm mid June, like almost 8 weeks, right? And I've lost half the weight. So that's something we need to celebrate. I, I, not just me, all of us actually, we are not someone who just celebrate. We might celebrate other people, but we will not celebrate ourselves. So the first work I always do with my clients is let's celebrate some progress if you did it. And we start that by first addressing the question what worked? What actually worked in this week? So what worked this week was that I could like if you saw my previous episode, I talked about this weekend eating plan, how I'm going to manage around when I eat, how I eat on weekends. So I could successfully manage my mind around Saturday lunch. As planned last time, I had decided to order my coffee first because my husband till the end, obviously, as predicted, did not decide. And finally, it was me. I was like, you know what? Let's just go to a coffee club. So there's this place called Coffee Club in most malls in UAE. So we went there. And I like generally that place. The thing which I like about that place is their Arabic breakfast. And Arabic breakfast is cheesy. And I can't have cheese. So I was like, okay, maybe I should not have that. And the other option for me was their chicken thai curry, which is also good. But I was like, I didn't feel like having rice because they give a lot of rice and pure white. It's not even brown. So I was like not sure about what I'm gonna order. My husband ordered his standard breakfast brunch item, which is he will have this shakshuka. He loves it, and he had it, and he knew they're gonna mess it up, and yes, they did all of that. But what I did this time, as the obstacle I faced last time, which was like I felt the pressure around the waiter and my husband. So this time, as I had decided that I will order my coffee first and I'll take my time to review the menu and decide. So I placed my coffee order. And then these two ordered their items. And I gave myself nice 10-15 minutes to decide what I want to eat. I literally gave myself, and I came up with like, there were three dishes, like the whole menu. I was just like looking, and I was like, maybe I should have this and this and this. And I'm just talking it out. I'm thinking. And then my husband said that, you know what, you're going to get us late with your decision drama. And then we're going to be late for groceries and all of that. So I was like, again, triggered. But then I was like, no, no, okay, fine, fine, fine. I will decide because I was like hopping between three dishes. So I finalized on this chicken Korean bites. Um, Now, Korean food is spicy. So, and I historically don't handle spicy food well because I will get heartburn. And there are times when I just get loose motions, like within a matter of hours. So I know that can happen. But then I was like, if I'm not gonna have rice and I'm not gonna have anything, at least let me just enjoy some spice. Like the worst that can happen is little heartburn and um, some loose motions. And I was like, I can handle that. It's not like heartburn. See how the brain triages or like rationalizes. Like I have cheese allergies, so it will block my nose. And then there is spicy food, which will cause me heartburn and loose motions. My brain is like, heartburn, loose motion, better than blocked nose. Because blocked nose literally compromises your sleep and you can't breathe. And it's so scary and you have to take a drug to open the nose. So I'm like, spicy food, okay. So I finally decided to order the Korean chicken bites. And while my husband was like getting all angsty around my order, and the first order which came was my coffee, the next order which came was like Korean chicken bites. So my food order, which was placed the last, was actually delivered first, and they both were so upset. And I was like, oh, that's fascinating. But the spicy Korean bites, I told them to not make it very spicy, and it was not spicy, and it was like, okay. I didn't I just like immediately my first response was like, "Uh, that's okay, what to do? No, I'll just eat this." The drama, the drama queen in me was that way. But then I realized that, oh, let's just eat this mindfully. And there must be like some 10-15 chicken bites. So I was like cutting and eating and cutting and eating. And I was like, wow, this is not bad. It's fuel food. It is not bad at all. Would I have it again? If I go to that restaurant, maybe I would. It wasn't bad, and I would ask them to make it spicy for sure. So um, I really enjoyed my dish. And then my daughter had some pasta with pink pasta with chicken. Um, I did taste a few bites of her pasta, but I didn't have all of it because it had cheese in it. My husband ordered a really cool garlic bread that they had, and their garlic bread, he was like, "You need to try this because this doesn't have cheese." Because we generally like to have our garlic bread with cheese, but this was like a flat bread with garlic and parsley and all that, and they had put some pomegranate molasses on it, and I was like, "Oh, that's amazing." But they were like pizza slices, but they had cut those that round bread into like many slices, and like I think like most pizza slices would be like 6 to 8 pieces. This must be God knows how many. So I just had like one thin slice of it, and I was like eating it and enjoying it because I didn't want to have too much carbs from the refined flour which is in that bread because it was nice. It was nice. It wasn't bad at all. We might have it again. So I'm thinking, like, when I get to 50 kilos, and I might be able to open up my eating protocol a little bit, right? Like, I might allow a little bit of flour and sugar. Now, even with flour and sugar, once you reintroduce flour and sugar, our brain will go to, like, yeah, yeah, I will eat all of that. And then I'll go and exercise and I'll burn all of it. But it doesn't work that way. Like, there are hormones which get dysregulated. We have to keep that in check, right? So there is water retention which will happen, and also you will step into that insulin resistance and fat storage mode when PCOS women or anyone with pre-diabetes, anyone who struggles with weight, That's what's going to happen to them when they eat flour and sugar. My coffee was not so good, but I was like, that's okay. Not bad at all. Lately, I've been like really thinking like let's just start having black coffee or Americano. I mean, that might just it has its own flavor. It's never like, I don't like it. It's a different type of milks is what creates the issues for me, and even the sugar, what kind of sugar they're adding, because some people will have this sugar free, some people will have something weird they had, and I didn't like it at all. That part I didn't like, but I was like, not bad. I think my performance from my standpoint was pretty good. So that was like a big thing where I really succeeded in eating. And the whole week I was on plan. I was doing my extending my overnight fast until like 1 p.m. I would have my 2 cups of coffee in the morning. I was having it full fat cream but no sweetener. I had my lunch. Actually, I suddenly decided, I know I shouldn't be changing my plan, but then I decided to not have eggs, instead have nuts. And that was purely because I was having these peanuts, which were like spicy fried peanuts. There was some weird coating on it, and Haldiram peanuts. And I was like, I want to have those. Like, eggs is like effort and all. And I'm not even that hungry. We can just have nuts. So I would put those peanuts along with some salted salted almonds and walnuts. And I was having that, and it was very satisfying. Now, my only issue is my peanuts are over. We finish it. I'm going to talk about how we finished it. But I was doing that different thing. Apart from that, the reason why I swapped was like because I was not particularly hungry. I started noticing I'm getting hungry in the morning times, but lunchtime comes, I'm not really hungry. I don't know what's happening. So I think that's when my body goes into like ketosis and starts accessing fat stores. I don't know. Apart from that, I was having my 2 cups of tea with sweetener and cream. I was having that. And for dinner, I was generally having my rice dal or chicken and fish with some dark chocolate and some fruits here and there, not much. Dark chocolate is this one is like with sweetener. I don't think it has any dairy or anything because it's pretty okay. My nose is fine with it. And I'm still losing weight with it, even when I am sort of in the post ovulation phase. And like regarding my periods as well, like I got my period last time at 28 days clockwork, but I continue to spot. I think it stopped spotting by like day 7, day 8, and then it restarted. Very little spotting. Like I know it's spotting, and I know my patients are also like this. They will come and tell me, I know I'm sporting. It's very less. It's like light. Light. So there is something. But I got ovulation pain this time. Like there was like a proper pain on my right side. And I used to get this regularly every month, mid menstrual. I would know I'm ovulating. This time it happened around day 15, 16. And I thought, like, oh my God, the period is coming because that pain is there. I thought the period is coming, but there is no period and the spotting has reduced. So I think that the spotting is purely because of like this so many 1.5 year of estrogen exposure on the endometrial lining, and I might have some hyperplasia. I might have a very tiny polyp which is like troubling, getting troubled with my usual menstrual cycle, and I really think it's gonna heal by itself with this. So I'm gonna keep my fingers crossed, and I'm gonna keep doing this. So this all worked for me. Apart from that, I see that, I'm having tea, coffee, like generally I tend to tell my PCOS women don't have anything with caffeine in it after 12 p.m. And I'm having tea and I'm having dark chocolate in the evening, afternoon and evening. So I'm just thinking like should I stop that? But then I'm sleeping pretty okay. Like my child is sleeping well, I'm sleeping well, the cat is sleeping well, everyone sleeps well. It's just I keep watching some shows or something at night, and then I get less sleep. But I really I used to be someone, I don't want to talk about my limitations, but then I really want to justify and have my own back around why I stay up at night. And in your case as well, like if you have your reasons, do not like hide and feel shame for it, but like understand where your brain is. So for me, since I became a coach, all my free time I used to spend in just watching coaching calls and learning coaching. So even when I used to come from work and it's nighttime, my husband would be watching his shows and I'll be like watching coaching videos. And this went on for years and years till my brain became like, it became so weird that I started watching shows and then he will fall asleep. And if I miss or if he says something and I miss what he said, I would rewind it. And I'm not talking about like educational stuff, I'm talking about like serials and stuff. So my brain had really gotten really extreme around my coaching stuff. And then slowly, my husband would tell me that stop doing this, like start relaxing, start enjoying your television and stuff. Like start doing that. And I started re-watching my shows and whatever I want to watch. And I really like to switch off my brain and come here and enjoy. So if I stay up little bit watching my shows, I'm not gonna beat myself up because I know my brain will go zoop on the other side. But at the same time, if I don't lose weight or if I get sick, that will be the first area which I will look into because sleep is important. And then I used to check my sleep data on my Apple Watch app regularly before. But since now I'm focused only on food, I don't look at it. And so I just had a look at it like, how am I actually sleeping? So most days I'm sleeping 8 hours, 8 hours, 7.5 hours. And some days I'm sleeping 6 hours. And those are the days when I've like watched something till late. But still I didn't feel sleep deprivation the next day. And that's because, I have not woken up in a deep sleep cycle, probably. And I still feel replenished. So sometimes 6 hours is good enough for me. And so is 7.5 or 8 hours is also good enough for me. So it varies, like how you feel the next day. So all this has worked for me. Apart from that, yesterday I had one win. We had ordered mini pancakes for Mia's class party today, and they had like this amazing toppings and stuff. And I wanted to have them so badly. Like they look so yummy. And I was watching Birdcage, the movie, and there was food in it, and my brain was like, let's just have something, something. I want some chocolate. I want some cake. I want some like cupcake sort of thing. I was like, I'll just have a little taste of it. I'm not gonna have the whole thing, just a little taste of it. And I kept on, I started telling my husband that. So my husband was literally like, and like when I started telling him that, I started noticing hunger come in. So that's the power of our thoughts. Like I've had proper dinner at 7, like proper meal, and still my brain is like, saw the food, and I'm like, ooh, I'm hungry. Ooh, there is this pancakes, and I'm like, let's have it. I'm hungry, and I could feel the hunger pangs. So my husband was literally willing to order. He was like, let's order something, and at 10 p.m. But I said to him that if you order at 10 p.m., that means it's going to come very late. That means I'll have to stay up till 11 to receive the order and then eat. And then there is more guilt for why I did what that I did, because by that time I would have definitely lost the desire to eat. So instead, we just had that spicy peanuts, which I was having for lunch. We finished the whole bag, and I had some grapes because the spice will keep me up. But surprisingly, I slept pretty well. Um, so that I think was a win. I didn't have the pancakes. I did have this, which is not on my protocol, but still, there is a lesser evil here, and I think I will consider that as a win. Apart from that, the war which was breaking out, where Iran and US were like attacking, and there was like a fear that UAE might be attacked with missiles and stuff. It really got me scared, like yesterday when the news were breaking out, and I I tried to reach out to my husband, but he was busy in meetings, so he could not answer my call. So I just literally had to stay scared and do nothing. But at night, I started talking to him. And this is when things really start happening, right? Like you have fearful thoughts and then you actually start talking to people is like you're manifesting them, and then you start taking action from those thoughts, like you're actually manifesting whatever is in your brain. So I didn't get to manifest in the daytime because he was not open for communication. I tried to talk to a friend of mine and she was also scared. So we both were just like, trying to pacify ourselves. But at night when he came and then we started to talk, I started getting scared again, and I was like, what are we gonna do? Like my family is messaging us that just pack your bags and come here, pack your bags and come here. We're like, but the planes, the airport is gonna shut, so how? Um, Luckily that thing is not there right now, but in like I really again wanted to have some chocolate and some cupcake, but then I was like, you know what, I'm tired, I'm just gonna sleep, and I fell asleep. So that was a win again. Like I leaned into my sleep and tiredness instead of like taking the effort of getting up, going to the fridge, going and eating something. And yesterday also, when I ate those peanuts, I didn't get up. I told my husband, "You get up, go get it, go do this." And he's like, because he doesn't do this work, he doesn't understand. But my brain still figured out a way to get what I wanted. So there is that, but still, I I think I would take it as a win. Okay, let's come to what did not work. So there were three things which didn't work. Number one, my meal on last Friday was pretty clean. I We ordered from Nando's. Oh, I miss Galitos. We used to have this nice African place called Galitos, which is like Nando's, but it's shut now. And they used to have this amazing sticky toffee pudding. Oh, date pudding. It was like amazing. But we ordered from Nando's. We ordered chicken wings and some bean salad and spicy rice. This was just my order and my daughter's order. So I really was enjoying it. But then I also had some beer and with Diet Coke. I've never had that combination. It was not, no, I won't do it again. But there was no vodka in the house. And I was like, fine, let's just have beer. So I had the beer with Diet Coke, and I also had some of my husband's food, which was like he orders this tikki, spinach tikki, and he ordered an egg biryani. And he knows I like that tikki. So he is like, I ordered this for you. So he was willing to share that dish with me. And he did. And I ate like many of those tikkis. But I think something happened in that. Like it was either the beer or the tikki or the biryani, one of these three items, which triggered like I started feeling severely bloated. Not the allergies, just severe bloating. Like I feel like something is happening in my food pipe. Like it's closing or something, like I'm really bloated. And maybe the tikki had some dairy in it, or maybe it's just a combination of beer, tikki, and the biryani which did it. And I was really uncomfortable, at least for 2 hours, until I told myself that, you know what, nothing has gone wrong. You can just sleep. And then I fell asleep. So that thing happened. So that was on Friday. Now on Saturday, I we had a clean meal, but then after grocery shopping, I had this Haagen-Dazs Belgian dark chocolate ice cream, and my nose got blocked immediately, and I was like, it was not that great chocolate, but it wasn't that bad as well. But then the nose didn't get blocked immediately; it got blocked like after, like I realized it after a few hours. So it was not a great ice cream, but it was like, I like chocolate. So now I'm stuck with my allergies, which are activated even now, like Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. Like my nose is running all the time. I'm like, that thing started it. And the third issue, which my brain is like lingering on, is like the weight loss is slow. It's like so slow. And my clients have the same thing. Like sometimes we just like, why is it so slow? Like 300 grams is like, I think you're doing something wrong, Rashmi. You need to do something differently. But I'm like, no, we're gonna do what we're gonna do at least till there is no weight loss happening. When there is no weight loss happening, that's when we change something drastically. So I'm like, my brain is like still battling, like this is too slow, and it's like, no, it's fine, it's too slow, and it's fine. So my brain is still trying to contemplate like what could be wrong. Like, I don't know, right? What is actually happening, because the body will always try to compensate and like adjust around things. So I am exercising, I'm walking in the sun, but my brain is like, what if these things are making it slow? Like my coach always told me, do not exercise, just walk gently, don't push yourself. And I'm like pushing little bit, I feel the discomfort. So maybe that is slowing me down. Or is it the cream in my coffee in the mornings? I used to not have that and now I'm having that. Or is it the sweetener in my tea which is causing the problem? Or is it that I don't have enough protein because I stopped having eggs around lunchtime? So I'm like, just there, my brain is offering these things. So, what am I going to do differently? Let's talk about each of them, right? Like the Friday meal where I had the beer. So this Friday, I am gonna tell my husband go and order vodka, because like I think it is the better devil than beer or like gin. I was so traumatized by it. Um, Either vodka or like some whiskey, that'd be nice. Um, because I really don't like beer. I mean, I would have it. It gives a good buzz, but um, it has it has sugar in it, a lot of sugar. So I would rather have a vodka which is not so much sugar, and I might have it with Diet Coke. So the insulin spike or the sugar spike, which will come after these two, might not be as high as with a beer. A beer might produce a higher spike. A beer might even produce cravings for me later on. So I'm gonna have it just enough to satisfy me. Now, with alcohol, you need to be very careful around alcohol, because what happens with alcohol is like it literally shuts your brain. The prefrontal cortex shuts off. So, if you have not made decisions ahead of time, your brain is going to make decision in the moment, which is going to default into like more alcohol. Unless you're like really uncomfortable, that's when it will make you stop. But otherwise, by default, you're going to go for more alcohol. So my plan is one vodka and a tall glass of Diet Coke. That should satisfy me enough. If there is no vodka, we forget or something, and then I'm like, oh, there's just beer and Diet Coke, I might just have the Diet Coke, or I might have beer. But I would like, if I'm in the planning mode, I might actually ask him to get the vodka, which I think he will be happy to get because he just loves it when I drink. And we don't do anything abnormal. It's just that he thinks that, with me going gray and everything, I'm like a loser. Well, he didn't say that. This is just my brain. But um, I enjoy drinking sometimes. Maybe in the future, I will not drink at all. I just think that is my next level. Like once I have my full health in place, the next step is like no alcohol. So that's about alcohol. It's going to be one drink with Diet Coke. Regarding my husband's food, if he orders something which is tasty, I will taste it and not have all of it, because that's not actually my preference. That's not something which I have scrutinized and understood, like, does it have any allergens or food items which I don't like? So I'm just literally going to taste it and I'm going to let him have all of his food. And I think this one belief system is working for me really well, which is like, you enjoy. You liked it. You want it. You have more of it. Don't expect me to participate in this because I don't really like it. And I'm saying this with love. In the past, like I remember, he got this Friday when I had my ice cream, he got 3 donuts. And then he himself felt like guilty or something. And then he didn't have the donuts on Saturday. We got it on Saturday. So every day he was having little donut for like 3 days, and he's a diabetic. And each day he's coming and trying to put it in my mouth. One of the days he literally put a cold donut in my mouth while I'm doing dishes. He's like, eat it, eat it, eat it. And I'm like, it was not even good. And then I saw some weight gain and I was like, this is, and then had cravings and stuff. So The next day again, he tried to do the same thing. And I'm like, back off, dude. I have a goal here. Just don't come. Like, if you feel guilty about eating your donut, don't eat it. Throw it in the garbage. Don't put it in my mouth. Don't make me an accomplice in your guilt. This is what people do. Like, here, my family member puts things in my mouth, but our friends do that too, right? Like, our colleagues do that so that, they're not the one who are doing the wrong thing. So they will try to do this to us, like in a very subtle way. So, husband's food is for him. He wants to have it, he can enjoy it. And I'm seeing a change in him. Like he will eat it and immediately he'll be like, oh God, I shouldn't have eaten it. And I see his guilt coming up and he's becoming aware of it. And I'm like, take your time, dude. And I'm gonna like coach him in real time without he knowing that I'm coaching him. I'm gonna like start telling him, dude, you're gonna feel really uncomfortable if you eat too much. Don't eat so fast, eat slowly, something like that. So that's about his food. Now, I am really craving for a cheese sandwich from this place called Gino's Deli. They have the best chicken halloumi sandwich. No, it's not chicken halloumi, it's a chicken pesto sandwich. Oh, I love it. Now, I think it has some cheese in it, and the pesto in it is a problem because my allergies do get triggered by that sandwich, and also get heartburn. So it's like a double whammy. My nose is gone, and I have heartburn. But I still want to have it because it's like it's a perfect bread, it's a perfect pesto taste, it's perfect chicken, it has sun-dried tomatoes, it's just like I love it. So I would like to have that this weekend, on Friday especially, and I think I'm gonna eat it very mindfully. Now, my solution for the allergies is not an allergy tablet. I might have to take that if that happens, but I'm gonna drink a lot of water because with alcohol you get dehydrated. So I would drink water after eating the sandwich and after drinking before going to bed because the water dilutes the allergens. This is like a latest concept I'm learning. Now, if I drink water at night, I would be woken up in the middle of the night to pee. That might happen, but I think the sandwich might be worth it. So, um, that I think I'm gonna like weigh the risk and like I know very much what that sandwich does to me, but I'm gonna have it and enjoy it. Apart from that, would it sabotage my weight loss goal? I don't think so, because it's just like a once a week event. Generally, if we do something like every day, that's when the problem happens. So I'm like, I still want to like lose the weight by having at least like little flour and sugar, very much intentionally once a week, one meal a week. But here I'm having two meals, so that's my work. But for the allergies, from the allergy standpoint, I am going to not add cream in my coffee the next day because I think the cream doesn't trigger, the full fat cream doesn't trigger my allergies. But what if I have an allergic food item and then I eliminate the cream and the allergies don't stay? So I'm going to run this as an experiment. I don't know whether it will work or no. We might find out next time. Regarding my ice cream craving, if at all after grocery shopping I want to have something sweet, I might go for a mango lolly, the London Dairy one, or a raspberry lolly because it's really yummy, instead of having a dairy ice cream. Again, I want to like eliminate dairy, not from, yes, it is inflammatory and it can worsen PCOS, it can worsen acne, but in my case it worsens allergies. So I'm like, as less as possible. And especially if I'm going to have the pesto sandwich, I am going to have to trade not having that dairy ice cream. Now, I remember having it last time and my allergies were not triggered. But at the same time, my brain specifically, and yours might be doing the same, it will do this like, since we have sabotaged this weekend, let's just go and eat whatever we want. So I want to be very mindful of that thinking because what it does is like, Apart from the fact that the sugar load just increases in my body and I might get a yeast infection, I might just start getting my allergies can get really bad, or I can get, I don't know, something bad might happen. The weight gain that happens, the cravings that come, but then there is the shame which comes, which is just like, oh my God, Rashmi, you should know better. That sort of talk. So I'm gonna have to keep an eye on that thinking, which is like, that all or nothing. Like, since we started eating flour and sugar, let's just like do whatever we want until Monday comes. So I think the next week I'm going to have my coffee without the sweetener and without the cream, just black. So I get that good long insulin fast. I might do that. I do like black coffee. I love the jolt that I get in my energy after having it. So I definitely don't have anything against black coffee. I remember the reason why the sugar comes in, the cream comes in, the milk comes in is because I start thinking that it's too bitter. I don't want so much bitterness in life. So there is that I will have to keep an eye on. But apart from that, in the mornings, nowadays I'm experiencing hunger. And I'm thinking that the full fat cream and the sugar is satisfying that hunger somehow, which is not. Hunger is just a sensation in the stomach. The stomach is just churning. But if I'm hungry and I'm trying to lose weight, I need to start practicing belief systems like, oh, yeah, you're hungry? Go to that 3.5 kilo fat on the tummy specifically, not on the face, not on your legs and hips and all of that, just the tummy. Maybe my brain and body would listen because, like, it's me, right? Like, it's my brain, it's my body, and it's this language I'm using. So maybe it will listen. So I am gonna gamify this process. Like, I'm gonna keep an eye on the hunger that I experience, how often I'm experiencing it, what time I'm experiencing it, and how do I allow it? Like, when does it actually disappear? Like a scientific study. I love gathering numbers. It's like a weird thing my brain just like delights in, and I love to gamify things that way because there are two ways to do this thing in life. There is one way which is you can just like do it because it's so hard, but I'm gonna do it with willpower. Or you gamify, you find something exciting about it, you make it fun, and then you just have fun doing it. And both of this is possible in the thought line. Like, it is hard and I don't want to do it, but I'm going to do it. Or it is hard and I love doing hard things and I can make a game out of it. And woo, let's see how can I make this thing exciting with my creative thinking. This is possible with mindset coaching. Anyway, I want to end the call fast. It's been quite some time, but there are upcoming obstacles in this coming week. Number one is a long weekend, and number two, my daughter's school vacation is starting and we are going nowhere. So, what strategies I'm going to have is for the long weekend, I'm going to stick to eating restaurant food only on Friday night and Saturday lunch. I'm going to let my husband order whatever he wants for him and Mia. I am going to eat home cooked food. Now, if there's no home food, then I'm going to choose items carefully after seeing the menu, taking my own princess time while seeing what are the food items that I can order which are on my PCOS menu. So just two meals which are out of my PCOS menu, which is Friday night and Saturday lunch. But Thursday, if my husband is going to be at home and if we have to order something, it would be in the PCOS menu. Secondly, regarding Mia being at home all the time, Mia will stay on the same eating plan that she is while she's on school days. Nothing changes for her. Only thing, I will keep getting triggered because I will not get that focus time which I have in between clients. So I have this quiet time to record a podcast, to write my copy, and all of that. I won't have that, and that's gonna trigger me, and that's gonna make me eat. So I had implemented last vacation something called as Mama School system for her, which is like a gamified process where I tell her to earn her screen time and she has to do some activities and stuff. I will do that. I might meditate more and let's see how it goes. So that's it for today. That's it for week 8. And I'll see you next week and I'll let you know how's it going. Bye.